Right, hello guys, George AJ here. So I'm just gonna show you in this video just how to get a kick drum from other people's tracks. I think this is really important because it can help you to find a kick really quickly. So I prefer to get a kick from somebody else's tracks. So I'm just gonna get the track that I'm gonna use, which is one from Robbie Doherty. It's called Let the Bass, which is a really nice minimal deep tech track. So here it is. Right, so here's the track, and we're just gonna have a listen to it. Just bear with me while I just get it all. Okay, I'm just gonna get it so it's all in time. It looks like it's in time actually. Yeah. Right, so just gonna have a listen to it now. Just turn it down a little bit actually. Okay, so just listening to the track, I wouldn't use the first kick because that's got a crash in it, so we don't want to use that one. I'd probably use this third one because the second one had a clap on it and we just want to get the kick. So what I do is on Mac, it's if you just Command J, or computer I think it's Control J, we'll just isolate the clip and then just drag the kick onto a simpler. Now what you need to do is then group, because I want to split the kick up into different bands, so we just need to group the simpler. So if you just right click the bar at the top of the simpler and then just hit this button that says group, you'll see it now puts it into a group. Now if you just click this button, the chain list on the bottom left, and then duplicate the kick twice, and then I just like to turn off the other two kicks just using the speaker, because obviously we don't want the kick to be playing 3 times. So what I'll do then is just put an EQ onto this each kick. So just get that down. Got an EQ on that top one, so we just need an EQ on the bottom one. Now if you want to, you can rename each chain, so this could be the low end, mid, and highs. So I'll just start off with the low end, and we're just going to use the EQ just to roll off to get rid of all the top information. Now if we just listen to it, as you can see we've still got a bit of pad information coming through. So if we just about there, sounds good. So that's the low end done. Now we'll do the mids. Now what I like to do on the simpler is turn the simpler from classic to one shot mode, and then what you can do is just drag this little flag at the end of on the right of the clip, just to shorten it, just to cut out some of the sample, and then use the fade out button here just to get rid of just to bring the volume down of the sample to fade it out. And then I like to just bring the flag in just so I can, and then start doing some EQing. Roll off the lows and the highs. But as you can see, we've still got some pad information. So just bring that in again, there you go. So there you go, and then if we listen to the sub, and yeah, it sounds good. Now we just need to do the same with the highs. Again, just turning the kick into one shot mode. Bringing the flag in. Again, using the fade out. Yeah, that sounds pretty good to me. That sounds like quite a good kick. So now if we just listen to it within context of the track. There you go. Got a really nice kick there. Okay, and just a FYI guys, you know, when you're taking kicks from tracks, it's not plagiarism at all, because at the end of the day, my track, although the kick will be the same and probably the hat, that my track will turn out totally different to Robbie's track. So it's not plagiarising at all. It's absolutely fine to do this. Using reference tracks is essential. I will do a separate video on how to set up a reference track in your Ableton, so you can just like A/B it and and so you can quickly go through the reference tracks and, you know, listen to them and analyse them. So it's really, really important that you do that. So the other drum you can take that I tend to get is the hat. So if we just listen to the track again. Oh, sorry. So maybe here again. Command J or Control J. And drag it down to the drum rack. Now just make sure guys that you put the EQ on the inside the actual drum rack itself and not on the outside, because if you put the EQ on the outside, any EQing we do will affect the whole drum rack, so like the claps and the percussion or anything you've got in there. So because we just want the EQ just to affect the hat, so just make sure it's on the inside of this line here, and that means that you actually put it inside the drum rack. So like I said, yeah, the EQ will just affect the hat, okay? And then again, we're just going to roll off. So again, we've got a lot of pad information. Then using the flag again, and then the fade out. There you go, that sounds pretty good. So you can adjust it if you want. There you go, perfect. There you go. There you go, I've got the kick and the hat there, and then we're ready to start our track, and we can start listening to it and analysing it. I just think that's a really good start, you know, so I'm not spending my time, you know, going through lots of kicks. You know, you can use good kick samples from sample packs, but I just find that when you're making your tracks, if you're just using really, really good samples, then you don't have to do too much. But if you're doing loads of processing to your samples, then the best thing is probably just to change it out. So, but if you're taking a kick from somebody's track, then they will have processed it and got it sounding really nice. So I find that I don't actually really end up changing the kick from my track very often, because I'm already using a really good sample anyway. I do recommend using, if you can get your hands on the WAV file, the WAV file of the track, rather than I'm using the 320 kpps, but I would recommend using the WAV just to get the best quality. Obviously this is just demonstration purposes. So yeah, I will also do like I said, another video on reference tracks, but I just thought I'd show you this video just to show you how I tend to start my tracks, and I have found that it's really improved the quality of my tracks by quite a lot. Alright, take care, thanks guys, bye.